Hello, everybody. My name is Thom Stark. I'm also known as the Organic Retiree. And tonight I am honored to have the pleasure of talking with Angel Balichowski. And Angel, how are you this evening?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing very well. And, I really enjoy these opportunities to chat and just kind of see what the internet can do and how people can network online, develop relationships, and get messages out. This is really awesome. We were talking the other night. We had a team conference call. And we were talking a little bit about the holidays and kind of ideas, recruiting tips, and ways to share a message through the holiday.
Yes. And we had some great tips going on in that call. It was awesome.
Yeah, we had some great tips going on. One of the things that you really have a passion for is the Z3 line, the anti-aging line that we offer through Organics. So what is the thing with Z3, and why does it resonate so much with you?
You know what? For me, I know that this probably is a problem for a lot of people, and I found that out more as I shared my story. But I had problem skin, and I had acne in my 30s, and I was reacting to every product that I used, and I just couldn't figure out what was wrong with my skin. I would use things that had benzoyl peroxide that were supposed to fix my skin, and it would end up drying out, and I felt like I was aging quicker than I should have been. And then I would try to use over-the-counter products, and those would just irritate my skin. Then I would use what were safe products. Those would irritate my skin, whether it was non-comedogenic or hypoallergenic or fragrance-free, it didn't matter. I was reacting to it. So I had to decide if I wanted to use a skincare line that was anti-aging and have acne, or if I just wanted to drop it all together. And so I found myself at that point, I was in my, early 30s, basically, 33, 34, 35, sitting there going, okay, so I have to miss out on the skincare stuff. I'll never have that awesome skin that all these women are talking about because I have to avoid everything. And so when I started the Z3 line, it was just over 2 years ago. And it was really just, for me, it's like a crapshoot, right? It was like, okay, I will give it a try. I'm sure I'm going to react to it. There's going to be something my skin doesn't like in this product, and I will be not ordering it again. And because I used to have like bumps under my skin all the time, or I'd break out, those kind of things. And, it's saying my internet is unstable. Do you have me here still?
I do. There was a pause. There was a break in the action.
Okay. So I ordered the Z3 line, and so it's 3 amazing products. It's one, the regular cream, there's the eye cream, and then there's the serum, the bio-enhanced facelift, which is just amazing. And I decided I was going to go all out with all 3 and started using them, and day by day, my skin started changing. And people would start saying, like, your skin is glowing, your skin looks so good. And I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not reacting to this. And so it's been 2 years without any acne on my face. My skin completely changed. It went from being like a red, half of the time in the winter, because I'm in Canada, it would be dry and flaky, and I wouldn't be able to balance it out, and it has just completely balanced out with that. I know I look younger, because people say that, and it's like my secret. It's my secret that I want to share with everybody, but it's like we say, it's Hollywood secret, and it really is. It is such an incredible line that I'm so passionate about sharing with people, because I know how many women are out there suffering with problem skin. And even I'm sorry to keep talking, but in the past, in the summers, if I would catch my reflection in a mirror or say in a car window or something, and I would see the bumps from the sun, I would wear hats to try to cover that up, right? And it was last summer where I caught myself in the summer, and I took a selfie, and I didn't have to use a filter. And it was like, oh my gosh, like, what a change, what a difference. I actually like my skin, and as a woman, that's huge.
Wow. One of the things that is kind of weird to me is the fact that it's called an anti-aging skin cream line. So when I think of anti-aging, I think of people in my age bracket, 41 and up,
Right.
or maybe a little older than that. But I don't really think about people who are, in your age bracket, the 30 to 40 range. And so it surprised me to hear that you've had great results, that it's something that you really enjoy and you see the benefit from. So it must expand the market, if you will, or the age groups where people might benefit from this?
Well, for sure. I think I became conscious of taking care of my skin in my 20s, and that was through nutrition and skincare. You know, in my 20s, I wasn't as sensitive as I was in my 30s, go figure, but of course that's pre-kids, right? And, no, I started using creams and taking care of my skin at that age because I knew it's preventative. So I think somebody can come in here at 21, 22, 23 and start using this line. And what's beautiful about it is there are no harsh chemicals, nothing. It's toxic-free. So you're literally doing your face, your body justice by putting these oils on and these, you know, what you're nourishing your skin from the inside out. You're changing your cells. And so they're going to be those people that start in their 20s. When they're in their 30s, late 30s, early 40s, they're not going to be thinking, oh, is it time for Botox? Because they've already been doing their skin good from this product line, right? And so, no, I think it starts in your 20s, to start, especially as women. We're more conscious and more vain that way, right? But definitely, I mean, you start early and it's prevention.
Well, you know what, that's awesome. Honestly, it's all new to me. It's all news to me as well. But the one thing that I've learned from it is that as I talk to people who use other products, for example, what happens to them when they stop taking the product? What happens to their skin? And some of the stories I've heard are pretty scary. They're kind of alarming, actually. So what are there points where you don't use the product, or how often do you use the product, and what happens when you go out?
Well, I went for about a week without it, and I was terrified. I've got to admit, I was like, what am I going to do without this stuff? And I used like coconut oil, things like that for the time being. Nothing happened. And that's what really blew me away. It's like, oh, so I'm doing some long-term care here because my skin didn't instantly switch like it always would have before. But to be honest with you, I don't go without these products. When you find something that's pampering your skin and changing how you feel about yourself, you don't stop using it. And really, the price point for these products and the time they last, I mean, I'm getting anywhere 3, 4, 5 months out of these products for an incredible price point, right? And so when I judge that based on what I could be spending here locally at my department stores, I know that it's so worth it, and I'm getting way more, so I feel like I'm getting a steal of a deal. Yeah, you can see this ham in the background here.
And I love it too. I love little kids when they're that age and just how expressive they are. And they want to be included. It's really cool. You know, it is interesting. You know, Susan, we have the product. Susan uses it more than I do, but I've actually used it, and I know for you know, a few hours or whatever it is after I apply it, I do feel brighter. My skin, I think, feels better, and so I'm not sure why I don't use it more, but it is kind of interesting to me. What you said about really loving something and you can't go without it, that's how I feel about the greens and reds, you know, the nutritional products. I have usually 3 of the teaspoons of the greens a day, always 1 of the reds, and the boost, the pick-me-up, the energy, the focus, the clarity, it's just amazing to me, and so I won't go without those.
No, I agree. I do both as well, and you know, the reds, again, as a woman, the reds, I can't go without them. I think we just have so many products that just change us from the inside out. And I mean, your testimonies are always so incredible to hear them, but it's when you're combining doing right for all over your body and you're taking care of yourself from the inside out, also outside in, you take it for granted that you're taking care of yourself when you're actually using harmful products, right? And that's what we were doing for so long. Couldn't figure out why we had allergies, couldn't figure out why my thyroid was all over the place, you know, and things like the reds, for me, it's helped with my hypothyroidism. The greens just help. I'm a single mom of 2. There's very seldom that we're getting 3 servings of greens a day, so it's just, it's really helped with the family. The kids my daughter actually can take the capsules herself, so it's awesome.
So, Angel, you have one piece of advice for someone who's watching this, and especially as it relates to the Z3 line. What would you say?
I would say if you're right now looking for, so many people want to know the next best thing. You're always chasing after that next best thing. What's the hype? What's the ads about? Really what it's come down to for me is when when we're talking organic and toxic-free, that means a lot when it comes to your body. It's not just about having good skin and getting rid of acne. Like, I mean, yeah, those are the main things. Those are the things that I wanted to see. It truly is about the fact that my body is not absorbing toxins that are causing cancer. And we're seeing this at an alarming rate happening. We're all losing people to cancer. We're really talking about how do we fix what's going on in our current generation, our past generation. How are we fixing what's gone wrong? Why are we trusting companies that don't care at all what we're putting on our body? There's no regulation. They're allowed to just give us whatever cheap thing works best, and hopefully we'll slather it all over our bodies and continue on loving that little effect that we're getting. But like you say, there's so many products where if you stop taking them, you're going to end up with saggy skin. It affects you for the rest of your life. Like, you've got to be conscious of what you're doing. A quick fix is costly, and it can be deadly. And so really, understanding your product, knowing your ingredients, being conscious of what you're putting on your body, your kid's body, what you're putting in your body, massive. We've got to become more aware and conscious consumers. And so when it comes to skincare, something that I thought I would never speak about because I would have never had the visible product to talk about, right? Everybody else would have been just like, yeah, okay. But now I can. And it's very amazing to me to be able to do that, but it's all due to the products and the ingredients inside of them and what's not inside of them.
Yeah, that's correct. Or at least that's what I found. And it works at a cellular level. So when you know that you're applying stuff on your body or you're taking it, ingesting it into your body, you have absolute assurance that there's nothing toxic, nothing harmful. You can eat it. I mean, that tastes great. I don't know. But, you can eat it and there's not going to be side effect to it. So, Angel, thank you very so much for this interview. I really appreciate it. Any final words?
No, thank you so much for having me. I appreciate spreading this awesome word, and I hope that this video that you share, Tom, you and Susan are so amazing, and I just hope that people will reach out to you to find out how they can get this awesome product line. It's not a hype. It's not. It's just a product that everybody should be using, everybody should be pampered with, and everybody deserves, and everybody can afford it. So that's the beautiful thing about it. So thank you so much for sharing the message of this line.
And Angel, how can people get in touch with you?
Generally on Facebook, just at Facebook. Well, it's Angel Balichowski on Facebook. I'm the only Angel Balichowski. So it's Angel, last name is Balichowski.
And again, I'm Thom Stark. You can find me at yourorganicretiree.com. And Angel, thank you so much for this interview. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Tom, for having me. I appreciate you.
Thank you.